Hello everybody, Joe here. Welcome to the channel. Today's video is a 10-minute AMRAP, so that is as many rounds as possible. We will be doing one Navy SEAL followed by the bottom portion of the bodybuilder at one squat and 2 lunges. So we'll get the timer started and get this going. As you can see, we're doing the Navy SEAL first. The jump jack portion of the bodybuilder come up, 1 squat, and 1 lunge per leg. So that is 1 repetition. Again, we're going to do as many repetitions as we can. 10 minutes. It's great to do these kinds of workouts where you're just taking some simple movements. You're doing them for a specific amount of time, whether that be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half hour, or an hour. You pick your time. You do as many rounds as you possibly can, and maybe you're going to write that down. Maybe depending on the length of the movements, the length of the exercise, the length of the time that you're doing them for, maybe you can do 50 reps, maybe you can do 100 reps. But whatever you're going to do, mark it down and then come back at a later date, whether it's a month later, 6 months later, or even a couple weeks later. Or if you want to do the same routine every week, you can test yourself every week and just aim for maybe 5% improvement. So I don't like to have, strive for huge improvements. They can be a bit demoralizing at times. So you want to just always aim for small improvements. At first, maybe it's going to be easier, if you're doing a 5% improvement. But once you get to a certain level, you'll find that 5% improvement is actually going to be extremely difficult. You look at Olympic athletes, and if they're doing 100 meter freestyle swim and they do it in 51 seconds or so, the top 20 people are basically doing it all within that 1 second. So to ask for them for a 5% improvement is not necessarily a realistic thing. But when you're starting and you're doing let's say you're doing 1 pump and you're doing them for 20 minutes, and you've managed to do 150 or so. The next time, maybe try to do 153 or 155. Again, not huge improvements, but always aim for improvement. If anything, maybe sometimes you're coming back for an injury, or you took some time off, something happened, you couldn't work out or whatever, then maybe you're just trying to maintain where your fitness is at. But otherwise, yeah, improvement is definitely where we want to go. I realize that I'm getting older, and sometimes it is hard to maintain a certain level of fitness that I did 30 years ago. However, in other aspects, like my burpees and my endurance for those, it's actually gotten better. It also depends on, your diet and that as well. Sometimes you go through portions where maybe it's vacation mode, or it's the holidays or whatever, and you've eaten too much. That's usually my thing, is I eat a bit too many sweets. If you're family or friends, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. Like, yeah, Joe's got like the biggest sweet tooth I've ever known. But that is my weakness, is the chocolate, the peanut butters, the cheesecakes, all that kind of stuff. So try to keep those in control. Do your best and stick with these workouts. As you can see, it doesn't require any equipment, no fancy gizmos or gadgets. I have friends that sometimes send me workouts where it's some sort of weird new machine that assists you to do overhead presses, or some kind of random Smith machine for your legs, or squats, or whatever, bent over rows. And I'm just not a fan of all these machines. When you're using machines, you're really using only a few muscles at a time. You're not working any of your balance muscles. You're not working any of your kind of twitch muscles that are going to help with stability. None of that stuff. It's just, you lay down or you sit up, you do the movement, and that's it. You're working very specific muscles, and those can be good. Maybe if you're doing some physiotherapy and you want to do stuff like that. But overall, you should be really avoiding most gym equipment, machines, I should say. So, pec deck and stuff like that. Those kind of movements, those machines are unnecessary. And in my mind, a lot of machines just kind of make people lazier. They make machines to make things easier, which is why we have all kinds of technology. Humans are obsessed with making things easier, which just leads to laziness. So sometimes these workouts, they do suck, they're painful. As you can see, I'm starting to struggle a bit. You can see it in my face. But these kinds of workouts where, you know, like this workout that I've done now is it's going to be a 10-minute workout. However, this one I've also done for an hour as well. And doing this for an hour, it sucks. It's painful, it's not fun, but doing these workouts for an hour, they really help to improve your mental edge. You know, you ask friends, "Oh, what'd you do today when you went to the gym?" "Oh, I did a little bit of bench press, and you know, I did a little bit of squats or something. I did chest, let's say. Did some chest and I did some shoulders." And that's great, but you know, the amount of fitness that they have done, the amount of fitness, the amount of workouts that they've actually done, where they've laid down, they've done their bench press, and they've done that, you know, maybe they push that bar up 10 times, and then they usually take 1 or 2 minute breaks, and they come back, they push that bar another 10 times or so. And then, you know, at the end of it, they're only really doing a solid maybe 12, 13 minutes of actual exercise. Whereas my workouts, if I'm at the gym for an hour, I'm doing solid, you know, 45 to 50 minutes of intense movements. So there's no stopping, there's no breaks. Maybe if I'm doing a workout like this, eventually if I'm doing it for long enough, I'm going to take a 5-second or a 10-second break in between each rep. But I'm not taking these 1 or 2 minute ones. You want to avoid those long breaks. So really get that heart rate up and keep it up the whole time. I'm still maintaining a pretty good pace here though, which is good. I ain't no spring chicken anymore, so 42 years old. I like to think at 52 years old, 10 years from now, I'm going to be doing very similar workouts, and heck, maybe some of them I'll even be doing better. But we'll see how that goes. So we're probably about 75% done now. 2/3, 3/4 of the way done. And as you can see, I'm still maintaining the same pace, right? The struggle is getting a little bit real there in the face, as you see. However, I'm pushing through the pain, and I'm not stopping. I did not count the reps on this one. However, I can count them after, and maybe I'll put it in the description below. And however many I've done this exercise, this round, I will try to improve this the next time I do this. And again, 5%. Maybe I'm just going to increase it by 1 or 2 reps over the 10 minutes, and that's totally great right there. Also, whatever pace you're starting at, try to finish with a pace very similar. Sometimes when I used to start these, I would start kind of a little bit too fast, and then I'd realize very shortly after that I had started way too fast. You kind of blow your wad all at once, and then you're like, "Oh, damn, I'm dying right now." And then you got to take a bit of a break. So try to pace yourself. Finish, start, and in the middle, maybe you're going to go a little bit slower, a little bit faster, but overall, try to maintain one pace the entire time. I'm always also a believer in finishing strong. So towards the end, maybe the last 30 seconds or last minute, I'm always trying to maybe increase that pace a little bit. You shouldn't be able to increase it too much because you should be pushing the whole workout, but I do try to always finish strong. That's great for when I'm also swimming. I like to, not kind of die towards the end of my 100s and 200s and 400 meter strokes. So Finish strong is good. We are coming up to that finish as well now. It's almost been 10 minutes. A few more reps to go, 1 or 2 reps. And that is all she wrote. So again, hope you like this video. Feel free to comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you hit the notification icon, it will alert you to when I post new content. And here we go. Make sure at the end of all your workouts, you're stretching. I stretch for at least 5-10 minutes. 5 minutes absolute minimum. You can do some forward folds like this, some up dog, down dog, do some twists. Twists, you're laying on your back and you're twisting yourself from side to side, is fabulous for your spine, and it's really going to improve and help with your recovery. It's a nice quad stretch there as well. So again, have yourself a great day, and bye for now.